Yo, can y'all hear me on the mic? Can y'all hear me on the mic? Damn, I forgot to plug in my damn mic. Just a second, y'all. Can y'all hear me on the mic? If y'all can't hear me, we're gonna go live again. Let me know if y'all can hear me on the mic, man. Damn, I totally forgot. Can y'all hear me on the mic? Let me know. I totally forgot to set it up. All right, y'all can hear me, right? Okay, great. Shout out to Mitch, man. Mitch is having a laugh with me today. Mitch, you having a laugh with me? Okay, I see you, Mitch. Mitch works with us here. He's been trolling me all day long, so he's watching this live, so he knows what he's doing. Anyway, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's get it going. Somebody said, "Damn, he already apologized." Okay, let's check in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. And we're going to get into this live right here. You heard? Let's get into it. Make sure y'all tap in. T-Mac apologized, man. Shout out to we got some member just send it to me on my Instagram. By the way, if y'all are not following me on Instagram, my handle is CTABANZ. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram because shout out to Zeno, man. Shout out to Zeno in the building. So this is my handle here. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. BANZ. Let me pin it to the top because actually one of our followers is who sent me, one of our viewers is who sent me this message. Actually, two of them, but the first person I'm going to give it up to is Khalil Johnson. Shout out to Khalil. And then shout out to, it's his name. I didn't make it up. It's Sexy Superman. That's his name. I didn't make it up. Shout out to him. Sexy Superman. Shout out to you, man. Shout out also to Khalil because he sent it to me first. So let me give him a shout out. Let me give him his love. Khalil Johnson, appreciate you, fam. Thank you for sending me this here. So he said, hey, man, it ain't me. They saying it. Anyway, make sure y'all check in. We're going to get into this one in the next 30 seconds. But this one is a surpriser here. This one surprised me. I'm not going to lie. This one surprised me. I'm not going to lie. Make sure y'all tap in. I was just watching an old video that Dreamers Pro is really a LeBron fan. What video is that? What is this video? Please let me know the video. What's the name of the video? I can pull it up. I'm a LeBron fan. Are you talking about when I was giving everybody their props? Nah. It's I'm not a LeBron fan. I always had LeBron in my top 5. Hey, yo, Zeno Omega, block this girl, man. Jessica Mai. Block her, please. Block her out the chat, man. Block her out the chat because she's about to start spamming. So just block her immediately. I should have known where she came from. I should have already known. Anyway, so as y'all know, T-Mac made some headlines the other day when he went on ESPN First Take with a panel with Jason, Jay Williams, himself, Gilbert Arenas, and Stephen A. Smith. And they're on there talking about championship culture and ring culture and all of this. And then somehow, some way, T-Mac convinces himself to jump out the window and start talking about, if you replace me with Kobe on the Lakers, I don't win titles. And then Stephen A. Smith brought up the point, well, you blew a 3-1 lead. And then T-Mac goes, well, Kobe blew a 3-1 lead. And we're sitting here watching this. And I'm like, I can't believe what I'm watching. Hearing this come from TRACY McGRADY. I can't believe what I'm seeing because everything I knew about T-Mac and Kobe they were always mad cool. Always. Even the last interview that they did together got millions of views on ESPN when Rachel Nichols interviewed them. And they spoke about their history coming up. And so they were really, really, really close. So to hear T-Mac say what he was saying, I was stunned by it. Really, I truly was surprised by it. So that happens. Then something happened that I have not witnessed since we have been producing content on YouTube. I have not witnessed the amount of Kobe supporters who came out in droves and finally said, enough is enough. This is the first time since I've been on YouTube that I saw that many Kobe Bryant fans stand up and say enough is enough with the slander. To the point where even fans that were not fans of Kobe even started jumping in. Like, this has gone too far. Then Gilbert Arenas started catching heat because he was backing up TRACY McGRADY's sentiments. Like, no, T-Mac got a point. So what happened? I get this video. I'm going to play it for y'all. And this is the video I'm going to show y'all. Take a look at this video.
That they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on.
Hold on.
Everybody know Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, bro. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe and Shaq is winning 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe and you look at MJ and these guys that are on that tier, it's an obsession that they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on playing with Shaq, though. Yeah, I believe if I'm playing with that big guy, I'm going to championship. Everybody knows Kobe.
Listen again.
And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, bro. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe and Shaq is winning 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe and you look at MJ and...
Now, I want to pause it. First of all, I'm not going to show y'all the video because I don't want to get it copyright. There's a lot of NBA footage on there. So first of all, T-Mac said, and I'm going to play for the new people coming in. Hey, guys, let's try to get these likes up to 300 likes, guys. I'm going to play it again for y'all that just came into the chat. First of all, T-Mac said in 2002, 2003, Kobe was probably the best player in the world. In 2002, 2003, at the end of their run, he was probably the best player in the world. That's the first thing he said. The second thing he said was, I would never disrespect Kobe like that. Do you know that this is the first NBA player I have heard who did disrespect Kobe come out and say, you know what, my bad. You know what, my bad. All I see, and I got to say this, man, I don't really talk about other content creators. I don't. I talk about guys in media, but I don't talk about creators. But I got to say this. I'm noticing this like concerted effort to tarnish Kobe's name and his legacy at every turn. If an NBA player has one good season, just one, oh man, was he better than Kobe? That's what they did with SGA. Anybody that has a good season, is he better than Kobe? There's a guy that's on a show called Player's Choice. He's a very tall guy. He's older than me, I'm sure, but I don't know his age. I'm seeing videos of him on highlights talking about why Kobe Bryant isn't a top 10 player. And I'm like, why is House of Highlights platforming people that will go out here and spew this type of nonsense? It's one thing if you say, I don't like Kobe Bryant. It's another thing if you say, I don't think he's a top 5 player. But to say he's not a top 10 player and to still consider yourself a basketball mind is laughable. Because if Kobe doesn't deserve to be in the top 10, nobody does. Nobody does. Kobe has as much of a claim to the top 10 as anybody in the top 10. Quite literally. He has just as much as a claim to be in the top 10 as much as any player that is in the top 10. Brown, T-Mac sold out to Clutch. They can't tear down Jordan, so they have pivoted to Kobe. That's some nasty work. That's the real weirdo behavior. Appreciate the super chat. Let me play what T-Mac said again for the new people that just came into the live. Let me play for y'all again.
Everybody know Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, though. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe and Shaq has won 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe and you look at MJ and these guys that are on that tier, it's an obsession that they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on playing with Shaq, though. Yeah, I believe if I'm playing with that big guy, I win a championship. Everybody knows.
Okay,
my man.
He then said at the end, I will stand on playing with Shaq. That if I play with Shaq, shout out to the 1,000 people in the chat. Let's try to get these likes up to 400 likes, guys. He said, I do believe that if I play with Shaq, I would have a chance to win a championship. There's nothing wrong with saying that I believe I would have a chance to win. That's one thing. But to say, if you just simply replace me with Kobe, I can go out there and do what he did. That's where people took exception. That's where people took exception. Because you're making it seem like, well, if you put anybody in Kobe's position, they're going to do what he did. And that is false. That is where the issue lied. Because that's when people were now saying, oh, really? Is it that easy? Well, then if we put Kobe on the Rockets, blah, 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 blah would happen. That's where the pushback came from initially. But the real pushback came from the fact that people are tired of the disrespect, bro. Shout out to my man Marcellus Wiley. Man, cool. Man, cool. I saw a video, man, stop it. T-Mac love being even his parents. Shout out to him. Too Raw for TV did a show where Marcellus Wiley was saying that they only started putting Kobe Bryant in the top 5 or the GOAT debate after he died. That's cap. That is major cap. That is major cap. They were comparing Kobe to Jordan after he had 4 rings. They were like, because from a player standpoint, they were already comparing them from a player standpoint. But they were never going to give the conversation any credibility until Kobe won without Shaq. That was the knock. It wasn't that Kobe wasn't being compared to Jordan. He already was, but people were not going to push it as a conversation piece because he had only won 3 rings. And at that point after Shaq, he was struggling. So people were like, we're not having this conversation. Just a second, y'all. People were like, we're not having this conversation. But then Kobe won his 4th ring. And when he won his 4th ring, he was already being validated. And people were comparing him to Jordan. I saw the videos. I saw all of the videos where they were like, man, Kobe, you know, Jordan is better than Kobe at this and this and that, but Kobe could dribble better. Is he compared? They were even doing videos on YouTube called identical plays, where they would put Kobe and Jordan, their videos together, and look, man, Kobe's doing what Jordan is doing. Who don't know this? The whole GOAT debate started with Kobe and Jordan. They were asking, is Kobe as good as Jordan? Too Raw for TV played it on his channel. So this debate always was there. It was always there. What ended up happening was, after Kobe retired, because a lot of people in media didn't like him because of his personality. Do you know why? Because Kobe wasn't a kiss ass. He wasn't gonna kiss your ass for you. He wasn't gonna sit up there and try to act like a goody two-shoes and act like he's one way when in reality he's another way. He wasn't two-faced. If Kobe was cool with you, he was cool with you and you knew it. LeBron is a two-face. So in front of the camera, he'll be behaving like, oh, I'm so sweet, I'm so nice, give me But in behind the scenes, be pulling off some of the grimiest, dirtiest moves, i.e. trying to get Kyrie Irving traded without Kyrie knowing it. Then going around calling him the kid. Are you crazy? You're calling your teammate the kid? We all know the dirt, but some of his fans don't know. So to the media, he's like a darling. But underneath, he's a slime ball. He's a grease ball. Kobe's memorial, he ain't go. One of the people that sponsors our channel, that helps us get sponsors, he was there. He said, I was there. LeBron was not there. He's a grease ball. So the media were going to like him. So when Kobe retired, guys in the media now started saying what they really thought. And what actually happened was, that's when the disrespect ramped up after he retired. I know this. We were all there. That's when the disrespect ramped up. When he passed, people started remembering him. People started remembering him. And then what came next was, oh, the only reason, here it is, the only reason Kobe's been mentioned in the top 5 was because he passed. That's what they started saying. As if to say he was never mentioned before, and that's a lie. Most hypotheticals are dumb, because if Tyson versus Douglas fight was canceled the night before, everyone would have assumed Douglas would have lost. Appreciate the super chat. So that's what happened. So by T-Mac coming out there and saying what he said, what I think happened was, Kobe fans were like, here we go with another dude trying to take a shot at Kobe. That's where the anger came from. And what made it worse was because T-Mac was supposed to be Kobe's man. That's what made it worse. That's what made it worse. Because they were like, hold up. This ain't one of his competitors like a Paul Pierce or KG or somebody like that. You was his mans. We seen the video of when Kobe died. T-Mac was crying like a baby. These are the memories we had of T-Mac. So we're like, yo, that was his man. So to hear him go on ESPN First Take and say that, we were shocked by it. This is what happened. Appreciate the super chat. T-Mac was a dog on the court, off the court. It's nonsense. Appreciate that. Let me play the comments for the new people that just jumped on the live. Let me play for y'all.
And to go back to those comments,
let me play for y'all.
Everybody know Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, though. There's no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe and Shaq has won in 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? By the second or third championship, he's probably the best player in the world. That's what T-Mac said. Do you know who else said it? Shaq. Do you know Shaq was saying, I think after a game that they played, I'm playing with the best player. That's what Shaq said. Not Miami Heat Shaq. not Celtic Shaq, not Cavs Shaq, Lakers Shaq, prime Shaq said, I'm playing with the best player in the world. That's what Shaq said. And we all got the footage. It's on the internet. Nobody's lying. Let me read this. I remember that Dreamers Pro. LeBron tried to move Kyrie for Eric Bledsoe. When Kyrie found out he wanted out of Cleveland, the young ends don't know. Of course they don't know, man. Appreciate the super chat. Of course they don't know. So that's what happened. T-Mac did everything he was supposed to do. Hopefully, he will separate himself from the secret agent from Gilbert Arenas and the LeBron fanatics. These NBA players protect or are afraid of Bron. Thank you guys for bringing up that point. Thank y'all for bringing up that point. We're going to keep it funky for like 3 minutes before we get canceled. So what I'm about to say to y'all in the next 3 minutes, I'm not saying it again because these dudes is watching. We had a meeting today. Okay, we had a meeting to figure out what we're doing with sponsors and all of that. So the guy that owns the company, he's really plugged in. He knows all of these guys. Y'all probably seen him. He has shows with Michael Cooper, Maxwell. He knows Kendrick Perry. He knows all of them, right? So we get on the call. All of us, like 5 of us on the call. The first word that comes out of his mouth, I kid you not. The first word that come out of his mouth, I can't stand that mother effer. We all start laughing. I can't stand that mother effer. We're like, who are you talking about? He goes, LeBron James. I'm like, what do you do now? He goes off on a tangent. And then he says, you won't believe the amount of people that get paid in media under the table to say he's great. He said, you think Shannon Sharp really believes what he's saying? He goes, we all know the people that are getting paid under the table. And they're getting paid a lot of money. And I asked him, I said, but why would they pay these guys to go out there? Why would they go to this extent? And he said, because LeBron and his camp are fixated on the idea of him being viewed as being greater than Michael Jordan. I'm not repeating what I just said. I'm not repeating it. All I'm going to say is a lot of these dudes that's making these lists and doing these top 10s and working at these companies, son, they bought and sold, baby. And you just going along for the ride. So all of y'all running up on me, quoting this list, that list over there, that list over there. When all the lists look similar, you already know what time it is. When all the lists look similar, you already know what time it is. When you hear fans say different lists, and you hear NBA players say different lists, and you keep hearing Kobe's name pop up, but then the minute you go to the companies and the people on TV, they all got a similar list, you know what time it is, baby. You already know what time it is. Why? The game is rigged. The game is rigged. I done said it a million times. The only way this GOAT debate between Jordan and LeBron could be a real thing was Kobe had to be removed from the equation. I'm not talking about literally. I'm talking about with the disrespect. Some people want to go down that rabbit hole. Fine. I'm not doing it. I'm talking about Kobe as a player. He's the guy that had to be attacked. And if you notice, he has been easily the most disrespected top 10 player by far in the last 5-6 years. It's not even up for debate. Because it's one thing if you say, oh, they don't even mention Tim Duncan. At least that's the crime with Tim Duncan. At least the crime is they don't even mention him. In the case of Kobe, they're trying to throw him off the top 10 entirely. Why do you feel why do you feel you will be a Laker fan again this week? Do you have a source, do you have sources of some sort that tell you this thing might go down? Yes, I do. I do. Yes, I do. I do have the source. Yes, I do. Trent says, message deleted by. Okay, I missed what happened there. I was a bit on a rant. I don't know what happened there. Julius, T-Mac should have chosen his words better. He didn't mean any disrespect to Kobe, but he got to know that it's people out here who have made it their business to tear down Kobe's legacy. 100% correct. 100% correct. 100% correct. So this is where we find ourselves. So Kobe was the odd man out. He was the odd man out. The odd man. And therefore, they got to remove him from the equation. And now you can have this debate because no one ever stopped to ask the question, if LeBron is truly in the GOAT debate with Michael Jordan, if LeBron is truly in the GOAT debate, as they say, let's ask ourselves this question. When did LeBron enter the GOAT debate? When? When did LeBron become a top 10 player, and when did he enter the GOAT debate? Can somebody give me the year, please, in the chat? For those who feel LeBron is in the GOAT debate, can you type the year you feel LeBron entered the GOAT debate? Please type the year. I know that we're going to say that year, but I want to see people's. I want y'all to see this. Type the year, please. I'm seeing 2016. I want to hear what people are saying. There are no LeBron Murillos in LA. He's a fake Laker. We're going to get to that part. 2016, 2016, 2016, 2017. Okay. Let's just go with the number 2016. LeBron had been in the NBA for what? Some 2003 to 2010, he had won nothing. So he had been in the league for 7 years, right? He was an excellent player that had never won anything, that was known from running away from the free throw line, all that stuff, but nevertheless, he was a great player. So LeBron is not a top 10 player in 2010. We can all agree with that. He's not. You cannot make it in the top 10 without a ring in 2010. And nobody was saying this guy may be better than Jordan in 2010. So what happens? 2011, LeBron wins. No, he goes to the finals again with the Heat on a super team. In a season where the Heat were the heavy favorites. The heavy favorites. Hence the reason, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. We all know the story. The Heat get to the finals as the favorites, which is why I am stunned that Rich Paul said LeBron has never been the favorites in the finals. Yo, these are the dudes. Rich Paul ain't 150 years old. Rich Paul is in my age group. What do we? If Rich Paul was a person that I knew, we would be like, yo, bro, what are you on right now, bro? Like, yo, son, what are you on? What are you talking about right now, son? What do you mean LeBron was never a favorite going into the finals? What are you talking about? Every year he was on the Heat, he was a favorite, the favorite. But anyway, they get to the finals. They lose in 2011. Guys, I want you guys to see the trickery that the media pulled off and trick people with. Gil is a clown. Appreciate the super chat. Somebody else said, why is people so worried about the fake debate? Here it is. So LeBron loses in the finals and gives one of the worst performances in the history of the finals from a superstar. We're now in 2011. Then in 2012, he wins his first ring. He wins his second ring the next year. The third year, they get no. What am I saying? Yeah. Then the third year, they get blown out by a record margin in the finals. They were 2-4 in the finals, yes. So by that point, if you like LeBron, you could probably make an argument that he's a top 10 guy. Because Bird already had more than him. Magic already had more than him. Kobe had more than him. But dudes like Hakeem didn't, whatever. So if he was a top 10 player, he would probably be in the bottom half of the top 10. Then he goes to Cleveland. They win that championship after he lost in the final. They win that championship. And LeBron goes from, here it is, guys. He goes from being a fringe top 10 player. He had 2 rings like Kevin Durant at that time. He goes from being an arguable top 10 player to now all of a sudden, LeBron James in 2016 blows by Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Shaq, Kobe, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now he's standing next to Michael Jordan. How in the hell did that happen? Explain to me how one championship moved LeBron past so many great players to go stand next to Michael Jordan. How did that happen? How exactly did that happen? How, Sway? Word up. How, Sway? Word up. How? How did he do that? Son went from being 2-4 in the finals to winning his 3rd ring, 3-5 or whatever, and now he next to Jordan. But this is a conversation we supposed to be taking seriously? We supposed to be taking it seriously? I'm lost. What? How? 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 Let me play the comments from T-Mac for y'all, for the new people that just came into the live.
Everybody know Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, though. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe or Shaq has won in 3 championships. At this time, I think by 2nd or 3rd championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe and you look at MJ and these guys that are on that tier, it's an obsession that they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on playing with Shaq.
It's an obsession, which means that it's not an obsession for me. He just basically characterized Kobe as being in a group of guys that is beyond love for the game. We're past the love for the game. We're having it's an obsessive thing. What did Jordan say? Kobe is just as cursed as I am. That's what Michael Jordan said. Kobe is just as cursed as I am. That's what Jordan said. But I'm supposed to now sit down and listen to people that said Kobe was never in the top 10, never in the top 5. I'm lost, bro. I'm lost. So T-Mac did good by coming out here and clarifying these comments. And I think that what these Kobe Bryant people that like to disrespect Kobe are finding out real quick is that now we're not going for it no more. Y'all done slandered this dude's name for years. For years. And enough is enough. Kobe didn't have to pay people in the media to say he was nice, son. We all knew it. Kobe didn't have to pay people in media to say he was good. We knew it. He didn't have to do that. T-Mac conversation turned into LeBron. Now we're talking about the full thing. We're talking about the full thing, the full picture. So T-Mac was dead wrong for saying what he said. He was dead wrong. He should have never said that. Those words should have came out of somebody else's mouth, not T-Mac's mouth. Off of my convo, Kobe was absolutely killing it after he retired. Easy to see how that became an even bigger threat to dominant basketball brand. Yeah, Kobe, appreciate the super. Yeah, Kobe was the guy. I mean, look, guys, look. I mean, we're talking about one of the smartest NBA players ever. We're talking about one of the smartest NBA guys ever. It's not even a question. One of the smartest guys that ever played basketball. One of the most articulate guys that ever played basketball. Kobe was smart. And this is the guy they want to diminish. This is the guy they want to diminish. It's just unbelievable to me. LeBron ain't in my top 10 of all time. He's not the GOAT. He never was. He never passed Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Bird, Kareem, or Tim. You can make an argument for this. The Tim Duncan one is the one I'm surprised with, but fine. People push Tim out the way. But Kareem? Kobe? Nah, we're not going for that. We're not going for it. So you heard what T-Mac said. T-Mac apologized, and it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. When you have your contemporaries like Matt Barnes and all them, like, yo, come on, like, let's stop. Y'all trying to turn this thing into musical chairs. Or if I play with him, then I'll do that. No, we're not doing that. 2016 wasn't enough to just put this guy in the same room with Michael Jordan and Kobe. Outside of this bubble title, what's Bron really done since longevity stats? Look, I've always had, for the longest time I had LeBron in my top 5. I had him at number 4. But as time has gone on and the antics have gotten worse, and I found out that there are people in media that are basically paid shills to just go out there and promote this stuff, then I started losing respect because I'm like, why can't you win this game on the merits? Why does it have to be you're convincing people and getting people to say, why can't you do it with the merits? Why can't it just be, you're good, we say you're good, and that's it? Why do we need all of these people in media campaigning and saying all of this nonsense? Why do we need that? Kobe kidnapped the kitty cat. That's why the media switched. Probably, I don't know. But I will say this, though. I think that LeBron coming to the Lakers, and I mean this, and I'm not being funny. I feel like LeBron will leave the Lakers with no legacy. I think that LeBron will end up being a forgotten footnote in the history of the Lakers. Because I cannot think of a time ever since I've been a Lakers fan going back to the early 2000s. That's how long I've been supporting this team. That I can ever think of the Laker fans wanting to get rid of a top 10 guy so bad the way they do LeBron James. The Lakers have wanted to get rid of bad players, yes. But good players, I've never seen it before. I've never seen Laker fans crying every single day, please leave. I've never heard that before. For a good player. Bad players, yes. But a good player, I've never heard it. People are now getting ready to throw a parade at just the news of LeBron possibly leaving the Lakers. It is that bad. And I think what will end up happening is LeBron now realizes that his legacy lies nowhere. Do you know why? Because he's been everywhere. He has nowhere to hang his hat. Do you know why? That's what happens when you ring chase. When you spend your whole career chasing rings, at the end of it, you don't know where to lay your head. It's like a trick that then been ran through by the city, and she was having a good old time. But then when she got old and all of that, she can't find nobody to settle down with. This is where LeBron is at with it. He done had a good time over there. They done toss him over there. And at the end of it, where do you call your home? They're going to retire his jersey in Cleveland. Yes. But is that where we're going to remember him? I don't know. Because he was drafted there, left. Are you going to come back again? I don't know. But the Laker fans are not going to remember LeBron James, bro. They're not. I'm telling you, as one and as one that listens to them, they're not going to remember him. They're not. A lot of them don't believe that bubble ring is real. They don't. They're not going to remember it. It's just a fact. They didn't love him the way they loved Kobe. Kobe had to basically give him a pass for him to be accepted in LA. This is a fact. This is a fact. There are a lot of NBA dudes that got their pockets ran out in LA. Out-of-towners, local players got their pockets ran through by them goons that be running through them streets of Cali. Kobe was like, they were like, nah, we're going to give him a pass. Kobe's our own. If I'm lying, let the Cali dudes in the comments watching this video tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If the dudes that's from Cali watching this video, am I lying? He was a no-go with the city. They viewed him as their own. That's not how they view LeBron. That is not how they view LeBron at all. We didn't hear stories as this dude getting extorted, that dude getting extorted. When you ever heard Kobe got extorted in LA? When you ever heard that? When you ever heard that? Who in LA jacking Kobe? Who's gonna run rob Kobe? Who? You gonna rob him? It's never happening because they loved him. Do you know why? Because he loved them for real. And he not even from there. So the love he gets is not the same. Luka was smart when he paid to go get that mural that was vandalized to go get it. He's smart. That goes a long way with that city. It does. So it's deeper than just, oh, I play basketball. It's deeper than that in LA. It's deeper. They're crying flopping. Crying to refs, the blame shifting, the GM moves, 2011 meltdown, super teams. You can be the GOAT as well with all of this. Bubblicious title. Appreciate that. Let me read the next comment. T-Mac getting a ring with Shaq is not a given. He never made it past the first round with Yao. The one time they did is when he didn't play. A lesser version of Kobe on that offense. On offense, not even close on defense. Appreciate that. Somebody else said LeBron is afraid to return of Jumpman. Appreciate that too. So I know this. And I'm not from LA, but I know this. What about Jack and Kobe Bryant out there in LA? One dude's putting it down. Yo, let me tell y'all. Could you replace Kobe with LeBron in 2009, 2010, and LeBron would still win 2 in a row with the Lakers? I think not. Appreciate that. There was a video. One of our videos we did on IG. I swear to God. One of my dudes, let me see. What's his name? He from Cali. I think I don't know. I don't want to put this jacket on, but I think he affiliated with the 60s. What's his name? I can't remember his name right now. I'm looking for him on my Instagram. I can't find his name, but he's a super cool dude. I think he produces, but he does some other stuff. Anyway, he out there from the 60s. So I go to my Dreamers Pro account, the Instagram account, and we did a video on Kobe Bryant. Let me see if I can find the video. Let me see if I can find the video to show it to y'all. It was, hold on. I think it was, wait. Oh man, what video was it? It was this video right here. This video, the one that says 9. It was this video. Do you know who had this video on their page? I swear to God. Do you know who it was? Big U. Big U had this video right here, posted on his IG page. If I'm lying, I wish I could find that dude's chat so I can pull up the chat where I shared it and he was like, damn, son, Unc is sharing your stuff. Y'all already know the stories about Big U and how he was running through people's pockets, allegedly. But they wasn't doing that to Kobe. So when LeBron leaves LA, ain't gonna be no tears. They're gonna help drive him to the airport. Bron, thanks for having you. You can get on that flight and don't return. Thank you. If I'm man, let me see if I can find the dude's name. Oh my God, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Just give me a second, because some people think I might be capping. Just a second, y'all. Hold on. Because he commented on my story. Hold on. No. I want to prove it to y'all in case some people think I'm lying. Damn, where you at? Hold up. No, hold up. I gotta pull this up. And I just seen a story the other day. Just give me a second, y'all. Nah, this got me tired. I can't find him. Anyway, he let me see. Damn, I can't find him. I would have showed y'all the chat because I shared it on my Instagram and he commented on it. Like, damn, son, Unc showing you love. That's real. He from the 60s, you know. I think he affiliated with him at least. I don't know if he with him 100%, but I know he for sure affiliated with him because I'll be seeing him on Crenshaw and all of that and doing all that. I see him there. I'm just trying to find his name. Hold on. What's his name? Anyway, if I find it, I'm gonna let y'all know, but I can't find it right now. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, anyway, guys. So that's the story right there. T-Mac apologized. You heard what he said, and I think he did the right thing. Bronny can get his pockets ran too. Yo, shout out to Omar. Shout out to you, man. So anyway, appreciate you guys for being a part of the live, man. Let me play the audio one more time for the new people that didn't hear it. Just in case y'all didn't hear it, let me play it for y'all. This is what T-Mac said.
Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I replaced the Kobe. Kobe's my brother, though. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe or Shaq has won 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe and you look at MJ and these guys that are on that tier, it's an obsession that they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on playing with Shaq, though. Yeah, I believe if I'm playing with that big guy, I won a championship. Everybody.
T-Mac wanted to taste the honey, but not bathe in it and start shaking his badonka. What? Shaking his badonka. Yo, shout out to you, man. What did he say? Rich Paul is 44, not the same age group. LeBron paying people is flat false. If you have a brain, I have a brain. LeBron has never been extorted in LA. Come on, man. Come on, son. LeBron has never paid somebody in the media. Are you serious? Come on. Like you believe all of those dudes that be up there twerking it up all day long, hollering and screaming, pouring honey all over each other's booty? You think they really believe what they be saying? You really believe that? Nick Wright? We can pull up video. We can pull up clips of this, man. Shannon Sharp, who was about to get jumped by an entire NBA team, he posted a video on things in 2011 talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe are next to God in the GOAT in his top 10. Then he get on TV all of a sudden, Kobe Bryant out in his top. Bro, what are we talking about? Come on, let's stop. Yeah, you know that's what they be doing. Don't make me hit him with the tip drill comment. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for the next live. Anyway, man, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live, man. Y'all have a good one. We're going to catch you on the next one, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.